welcome back to another review Wednesday. Double excitement. Well, first of all, I want to apologize for being absent off of my review Wednesday, as well as my YouTube channel in general. Like, I have been MIA, and the reason is because I was on vacation for the past like 3 weeks, and I went to the Dominican Republic, which is why I am like shedding my skin. I look like a reptile right now, but I am like 2 shades darker, and I fell asleep in the beach, chilling, pina colada, Bahama Mama. And I finished peeling off my face. Now I'm peeling on my chest, and I just can't. But anyways, I am back, and later this week I will have a vlog for you guys. I did vlog a little bit over there in the Dominican Republic, so you guys can see, and hopefully you guys can visit. But today's review Wednesday is going to be something kind of sort of different, because I'm not going to be speaking about a specific item. I'm going to be reviewing a brand in general, and the reason I am doing this is because I've gotten so many questions and comments saying, please review this brand, I want your opinion or whatever, and I'm like, okay. So I will be reviewing the brand Morphe, because of course it is such a highly spoken about brand. Like, everyone speaks about Morphe, everybody knows what Morphe is. Does it really live up to its name? Like, is it really that good? Is it ratata or not? Or is it just ratata because all these other beauty YouTubers and all these other humans promote it so much? Like, this is when it gets a little tricky. Well, the brand is, of course, Morphe, and I'm going to be letting you guys know what my thoughts and opinion on this brand is. And of course, I do own a lot of their brushes, a lot of their palettes, so I can give you guys a full review on everything I own about them, what I like, what I dislike, and is it worth purchasing. Now, we will find out, is it ratata or not? Okay, so first of all, before I start this video, I do kind of want to apologize in advance for kind of my background. Like, it's just like right there, and I feel like it looks super weird. I'm recording on a different side of my room, and yeah. So anyways, so let's start. I own about 60 brushes from Morphe, so I'm only going to be speaking about my favorites, and I'm going to be speaking about just a couple of them, obviously not all 60. So the first time I ever heard about Morphe, the brand, was because I was watching one of Jaclyn Hill's videos. She is, by the way, my favorite YouTuber. I love her. She seems so humble, genuinely sweet, not so plastic as other YouTubers. She just seems super nice. So, I don't know, I really like her. So I've been watching her YouTube videos way before I even started a YouTube video, and she kept bringing up the brand Morphe. Morphe, 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 Morphe. She has a code with Morphe and everything. She loves her brushes. She seems to love them. Like, it seems to be amazing. So I'm like, let me see if this brand is actually really good. Like, everyone keeps talking about it. I saw Jaclyn Hill, I saw Manny Moa, like, I saw a bunch of YouTubers speaking about this brand, and I'm like, okay, I've never heard of this brand. Let me go check it out. I go on, ding, and I put Morphe.com, and all of a sudden I see that the prices are actually super good. Like, for a huge palette, it was like 20 bucks, and I was like, what the? So to me, that was super good. The brushes, it was like $3.99, and supposedly they were really good. So I'm like, you know what? It doesn't hurt to try some, and let me see if they're actually saying the truth, if it's actually really good. So I started off with purchasing maybe like 4 brushes, which was the Morphe M439, which is a highly spoken about brush because everybody seems to love this brush, and it seems to be amazing, whatever. So I wanted to try it out myself, and my opinion on this brush is I really like it. Like, it actually is good. I heard other people say like, I don't really like it, or this or that, but to me, I think it's good. It doesn't suck up the product, and I think with the Morphe brushes, most of them don't, which is why I actually like the Morphe brushes, because it doesn't suck up the product. It blends really well. It comes in so many different shapes and forms for such a good price. So I think that that's good. you know, like, what else do you want? So, I'm sorry if my brush is dirty, but the brush looks like this. And now let me speak about something that I kind of don't like about the Morphe brushes. Now this is supposed to be normal because I can't even talk. I have other brushes that are like this, that this happens to, and it's not from Morphe, but it's just randomly breaks, you know. I've had this brush for like 2 years now, so it's pretty much understandable, but I have other brushes that are just for a few months and it already breaks. Also, I do wet my brush because when I wash it and clean it, so maybe the water is like messing up with the glue or something. I don't know. But I also have this one and it happens the same thing, which is something that I would say would be a con. But besides that, get yourself some crazy glue and just put it back and you gooch. Like, that's it. Because these brushes are actually really good. This is a small powder brush. Well, that's what I use it for. I use it more for like blending my powder, blending my blush, whatever I feel like I packed on way too much. And it's the Morphe E34, which is another one of my favorites. When it comes to eyeshadow, I love small detailed brushes because, of course, when you want to do your eyes, especially when I have to do my clients' eyes, their makeup, not everyone has huge eyes, especially people who have small eyes. You want to use small brushes, and when it comes to doing some nice details on it, you want to use small fluffy brushes. So for a fact, I always use this brush no matter what. It is the Morphe M507, and it's super small and pointy, and it's such a detailed brush, and it just really blends nicely, and I really love this brush, as well as the Morphe G18. Then there is my Morphe E23 brush, which is a fluffy blending brush, and I usually use this to apply my base on my eyes. And then I have the Morphe M224, which is a flat brush, and it is a concealer brush, but I do use it for concealer, or I'll use it for applying any type of color on my lid, as well as the Morphe E28, and it is a more sharper, tapered brush. Moving on to palettes and concealers, I do own a few Morphe palettes and as well as concealer palettes, but I'm going to be speaking about, of course, my favorites. And my favorite concealer palette ever from any company is from Morphe, because this is the Morphe 10 Con, and I always show this on my YouTube. I'm always using it. I'm always using it on my mini Instagram videos. I love it. It comes with 10 colors from lightest to darkest, and of course these two hit the pan. These two hit the pan because those are the two that I mainly use, and the colors are amazing. They're perfect. They just blend amazingly, and I have nothing bad to say about this palette at all. I think that it is great coverage. I use it to contour. I don't use it to hide my under eyes, my like bags or anything. I use another concealer for that, but this is definitely, I use it strictly to contour, and it works. It gets the job done, and I like how it does it, because I have other palettes and it doesn't do the job as great as this one, and I always keep running back to this one. So Morphe, you did such a great job with this concealer palette. Next, I have two of my absolute favorites, and of course one of them is the 35O palette, which was my first palette I ever purchased from Morphe, and it was because Jaclyn Hill was just hyping it up, and I'm like, let me see if it's really good, and it really is good. So it looks like this, if you guys haven't seen it, and it comes with such gorgeous colors, and I just felt like this palette was great because when I purchased it, it was around the fall, and these are just such fall colors, like, so when it comes to this palette, I have nothing negative to say. I feel like it's super pigmented. When it comes to the colors that have shimmer, what I like to do is I like to spray a little bit of MAC Fix Plus on it just to have a lot more pigmentation, because it really makes it super like extra shiny and extra pigmented, and that is a good trick for any like shimmery type of eyeshadow that you would like to use on your lid or whatever. It really makes it much more pigmented. So I love this one. I absolutely love it because it's such a silver but like a rose gold type of color, and that's the one that's hit the pan. I use it all the time. I love this color right here. It's an orangey color and it just reminds me of a pumpkin, like a little pumpkin, a little pumpkin. But I do love this palette and I do recommend you to purchase it. It retails for like $20 and you get all these colors in this pretty big palette. Like it's bigger than my hand, so it is pretty good, and it comes with a bunch of colors. Like I'm not gonna count all of this right now, but it comes with a bunch of colors. The next palette that I do have from them that is my favorite, I have a lot to say about this one, by the way. It is the 35B palette, and this, if I was a palette, this would be me. This would be me because this palette right here screams Evette, and because of the fact that the colors are so bright and so like. Now, the only thing I do have to say about this, I really wish the yellow was more pigmented, because I remember I did this like very colorful look and it was taking me a long time to get the yellow on my lid. Like it was there, but it wasn't as yellow. Like it wasn't looking like a little baby chicken. It was just looking like, I don't know, like I had to spray a lot of Fix Plus, even though it's a matte color, but just to get it on, and I had to apply it a lot of times, like a lot to get that really intense yellow that I really want. And honestly, I haven't found a palette that the yellow is super intense. Like I feel like it's really hard to make a yellow. Like, I don't know, but that's what I don't like, that the yellow is not that intense. Like I do like this, and it's just not crazy, you know. It's just like a baby yellow. I don't know. Everything else though is super pigmented. The yellow is the only thing I have that issue with, but everything else, it's super like intense, and I love it. Like you just apply a little and you already have your color, except the yellow. But I love this palette. I always go into it because I'm always doing these hot crazy colors, especially when I'm wearing something dull. I kind of want to just like bam, like I'm here, hello. Next I have these two palettes which I did add in my makeup favorites in the video, and everyone kept saying like, oh, can you do a review on this and blah blah blah. And it's about these two palettes. So it comes as a bundle, and it is the Morphe 25A and 25B palette, and I purchased it for like about $35 for both of them, which is pretty good. And it looks pretty much the same, but it has different colors. These two are definitely one of my favorites, especially the 25A is the one I mostly use, because the brown, it's like such a chocolate, it's like the perfect brown, the perfect black. And when it comes to black, sometimes black is hard to blend, so this is why I always keep coming back to this specific black, because it's so easy to blend. It doesn't make a mess, as well as the brown. It's the perfect brown, and it just has the perfect shimmery colors. The 25B I don't jump into as much, but I have before. But it has perfect colors. It has like dark purple, it has like a nice little brown, it has a whole bunch of different colors, and the price, the bundle for it, it is absolutely perfect. So to wrap this video up, I definitely do give Morphe as a brand as a whole a thumbs up, which is a RATATATA, because I love its formula. I love everything about it. There's only like 2 cons, but there's so many pros about it. The price is great, it's just right, and the stuff is just awesome. I love their eyeshadows and everything. The only thing that, as you guys see, I didn't review is the Jaclyn Hill eyeshadow palette, and I will be doing a review Wednesday on it, so I didn't want to review it here because I want to use it for a separate review Wednesday video and just focus on that. But anyways, to wrap this video up, I just want to let you guys know that I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me. Make sure to, of course, subscribe to my channel. Comment down below what you guys want me to review next. Did you guys enjoy this video? Like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!